Hi, as you all know, I was on vacation, so I have someone watering my plants for me, and it was a lot of love. I can tell you, and I appreciate over a lot they were giving to my plants. I know that were the best intentions. Unfortunately, so much love that it caused drought root for my dragon tail, and you can see that the leaves are drooping. If you check my stories, not my stories, I think in my community tab, you'll see that I have posted this plant and it was thriving and very nice. So because it now suffers from root rot, I'm afraid to lose it. So in order for me to save it, I really need to cut it out. And the reason for that is that if I let it go, it would just, see, it just came out without the roots. It just broke down because of the root rot. So for me, if I keep it like this, it's going to get really in trouble. It's gonna be all the way. It's gonna go yellow, then black, then it will die. So I'm going to be cutting it right here. You can see the nodes here. So I'm gonna be cutting it somewhere here, and I'll pop it in my propagation vessel, and that will give me hopes for it to actually reroot again. And you can see that I got a brand new leaf right here. And unfortunately, I'll have to go through all my plants and make sure that they are doing fine, that there is no root rot, and if I have to cut them. Not all plants are in this condition, some of them. So to do that, you need clean scissors, and you need to cut right there where is the node below the node. You can see that the root rod didn't get all the way here, so we do have hopes for this plant. So now I'm just gonna pop it in the water, and I'll have to add probably more water to it because it's not enough for it to reach. You can see that it's just a little bit in the water, so I'll add more water a little bit later, and I'll keep it for like maybe a month, and I believe that in a month it should be fine. And if I cut it below, you can see that the root rot is real, like all black inside. So I did cut it where there was no sign of root rot again. And this is fairly easy to do, and you'll have just to keep an eye on it and keep it. I do have here more of my plants that were also cuttings, and you can see I really want to show on this one because this died completely and everything was like super dry. There was nothing was green on it except for the roots. And now I want to show you that about a month passed and it's got a shoot. So I have high hopes for my plant. I really hope that it's gonna be fine. And let me check on this one. This one has no roots yet, although I can see something, and I don't know if that's what it was from the beginning or this is something that it grew now. But I am really in good hopes for all my plants. This one looks a little sad, and I thought that maybe it is rotting here. But then when I touch it, it's very hard and it's not black, so I still have hopes that it will revive itself. And also, this used to be very like staying like clumsy, and now it's pretty pointy. So I do have hopes that this one is going to do something someday. But I could definitely be wrong as well. The leaf got very brown, but I have hopes for the plant, so I'm still keeping it. So in about a month, I'll update on both plants, and I really hope that they will survive. For now, here is what I'm left with. I'm left with the beautiful plant that has to be rescued. It's in the water. We saved it. We're trying to save it from root rot, and yes, too much water and feel like we're loving the plants but also can kill them. So stay tuned, and I hope that in a month time I can give you a very positive um, results on this plant. I really love it. I love how good it is. And I have another one that I got like a year ago, and I thought it's gonna be dying, but no, it fights for its life. So now it has like four new leaves. So I hope that this plant is going to do the same. Also, because of overwatering, you can see that my monstera here is dying and it's yellowing, and you can see how black it got. And I don't know, I need to probably try to save it, maybe not, because I do have a lot of monsteras. And when you see the leaves yellowing like this and developing black spots like this, it's because it was overwatered. The plant was overwatered and it's suffering. I'll have to look at this one to try to save it, and maybe, I don't know, I'll get rid of these two leaves. So my phone for some reason stopped recording, so I have to really tell you what I was saying. So the new leaf has a new baby leaf, and now we're looking at my white stripes. I really love this plant, and I hope it should be saved. And you can see the spots on the plant, and the spots indicate that either water was spilled on the plant and it developed fungus, or it was overwatered as well. Because when you see aroids and they develop this type of spots, most likely is because they were overwatered, and they turn black after a while. And my hopes are very high for it, and you can see that it was overwatered because before I showed it had some splashes on the table. And this is my Lucifer, and Lucifer was doing very well. I have a video and I'm showing it, and because it was overwatered now, the roots are not doing well, and I'm hoping to save it as well. And root rot can be very devastating for plants, or overwatering in general. So you might need to replace the soil, or you might need to take care of the plant all completely by cutting it. And that's it for today.